Hey guys, it's Donna and welcome to another video here on Roadies United on YouTube. Okay, so we're here again. 2 seconds, guys. Right. So we're not waiting weeks on end for the next part of the series, and I am here to introduce to you part 3 of Imagine Roadtrip reacting to Finding Andy. I always forget the last bit. Anyway, so this is chapters 5 and 6, brought to you on Brooklyn Wednesday. Okay, so here we go. The first quote we're getting into here is, "Just throw me at the trees," Blair said. "It'll hurt, but it'll be worth it." And a little context to this is that Blair suggests they build a raft to get off of the... yeah. They're building the raft out of logs. And just so you get the full context of all the quotes I can get, I'll put the link to Finding Andy in the description box below. Cool beans? Good. Okay, so, "Just throw me at the trees," Blair said. "It'll hurt, but it'll be worth it." How are they going to react to reading this specific quote? Is it bad that I actually imagine that they'd throw Blair at trees? Anyone else? Yeah. I think that the boys would just laugh at the fact of Blair suggesting that they throw him at trees. And Blair would just be all like, who in their right mind would offer to be thrown at a tree? And as a little joke, I think that Blair would just say to one of the boys, "Put your hands down." As a little joke, as if one of the boys had put their hand up saying that they would want to be thrown at a tree. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. I've written everything down that I want to say. I feel so organized. Okay, next. "Blair then died." Nah, I'm joking. "Blair was a bit damaged, but we stuck him back together with super glue and he was fine." I think before reading the entire quote and only reading the first 3 words, I could just imagine the boys like crying. Mainly Brooklyn. I feel Brooklyn would be the full-on crier. And Blair would just be like, "What?" And then Rye would read out the rest of the quote. And Mikey would be all like, "Yes, Blair escaped death." And Andy could be like, "Super glue is our friend." Instead of Google is our friend, super glue is our friend, because Blair was fixed. Here's the next quote, guys. "Andy, Andy," I yelled at him. "The pirates were all staring at me. Andy was standing with them and he looked unharmed." Woo, he's safe. Ryan Brooke would probably throw a party. I could imagine a little, "Yay, Andy's safe" party. You get me? Andy... The fact that they found Andy again is the best part about this, because they keep finding Andy, yeah? Andy would be all like, "Thank God I've not been killed by pirates." And Mikey would say, "Let's go save Andy, guys." Although their happy celebratory party of finding Andy could be short-lived. This is why. "Bye, Rye," Andy said. One of the pirates then cut his head off with a sword. Damn these pirates. Everyone's face would in my imagination, everyone's face would just drop. And Andy questions his death. He'd just be like, what? Rye is all like, he'd fall to his knees and he'd just cry, why? You know, like the dramatic people in sad movies do when their loved ones die. And Mikey is just all like, who let this happen? And then they are all left in silence to mourn the death of Andy Fowler. However, that was also short-lived. I felt someone grab my shoulder. I turned around and it was Andy. Brooke would be all like, ghost! Mikey would be all like, everyone's escaping death today. Blair would just be all like, welcome to the club. And Rye would be all like, how? And Andy himself would be all like, don't mess with the chosen one. Hashtag Andy Fowler pirate leader. I'm getting better at saying that, guys. That whole tongue twister of a hashtag I made up last week, I'm getting better at saying it first time. As I said at the start, to get more context of these quotes and what actually fully happened in the story, just read Finding Andy. Do your homework for part 4, which would be chapters 7 and 8. And if you haven't read it yet, it'll be in the description box below, so you'll be safe. Next quote. Me and the pirates are best friends now. I'm their leader. You can't come with me because they don't like Blair. Because he won the rap battle when we were on the island. We're never going home. Maybe I'll see you again one day. I'm going to miss you, Rye, Andy explained. So Andy's chosen a side. Brooklyn would cry and would just be like, you left us for the pirates? Because if I remember it correctly, in part 2, Brooklyn would have cried, don't leave us for the pirates, or something like that. I actually can't remember what I said in half that video. Oops. I didn't do my homework, guys. Blair would just be all like, Andy, your new pirate friends are sore losers. They are. Blair beat them fair and square. Blair won. Rye would be all like, you smell that, guys? It's the smell of betrayal. As a little joke, and Andy would just reply with, blame the pirates, it's not my fault I'm the chosen one. You see that little inside banter, guys? Yeah? Jeez. Have I missed... Wait, what? Okay, guys. It would appear I've done all the quotes for Chapter 5. That was so fast. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess let's get into Chapter 6 then. Because, you know, we're currently trying to find Andy. Chapter 6. What happens first in this little Imagine series? Okay. We started walking towards the portal. Suddenly a massive clown jumped in front of us and was smiling at us creepily. The boys and Blair would say in unison, of course there had to be a clown. Of course. I'd like to take a small section of your time just to say, Anna predicted killer clowns. End of. Okay. Blair would butt in at the end of it and be all like, okay, who has a fear of clowns? Since they have yet to leave the field of fears. Again, if you want more context, read the fanfiction. Further into the chapter, we read, I have a fear of clowns, said Blair and Mikey. Ah. Blair would say, okay, I have a fear of clowns. As you do. Mikey would be all like, Jinx, Blair. Yeah. Remember in primary school when everyone used to always just play Jinx? And you would take it so seriously. It's like, when someone says Jinx, you'd just shut up until they said you can talk again. But now when someone says Jinx, you're just all like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Does anyone remember that? Brooke would say, how come we're constantly almost killed in this? Rye would say, 'cause Andy's missing. And Andy would be like, not my fault one of you pushed me into a portal. I feel like they just jokingly play the blame game in this. If you agree with anything I say within these videos, just comment down below what you think would happen for certain quotes. 'Cause I'm all ears. Next quote, guys. Third quote into this video, and I'm doing 6 quotes instead of 5 because I wanted to end it on an even number and also add more into the whole imagination thing. Yeah, okay. Third quote in to chapter 6. Brooklyn ran and picked up my knife and stabbed it into the clown's other eye. The clown was definitely dead. Now, and he disappeared. Okay, let's just see how they'd react to this. Brooke would just be like, yes, I killed a killer clown. I feel like he would. I feel like he'd actually celebrate that. Because I wouldn't have expected Brooke to be the one who actually killed the clown. I wouldn't have expected any of them to be the ones to kill people or clowns or anything in general. But Brooke's like the least expected, in my opinion. Anyone else? Rye would just be like, I helped because, you know, he stabbed the first eye. He stabbed the clown's first eyeball. Yeah. Blair would be like, Rylan killed the murderous clowns. Go Rylan! Mikey would be like, yay, we're alive! And Andy would just be like, does this not encourage violence? And Rye would just be like, easy for you to say, Fobbs, you're not with us, remember? Andy has a point, it does kind of encourage violence, but who cares, they killed the clowns. Fourth quote in. We're 2 quotes after this, 2 quotes away from ending part 3. When the series ends, I'm actually probably gonna cry. Anyway, let's do this. Right. I can moonwalk, OMG, Mikey said. Brackets. But he was really bad at it, to be honest. Poor Mikey. Mikey, I feel like reading that bit in brackets might set him on edge, so he'd just be like, excuse me, and then start moonwalking. Yeah. Gotta love the good old moonwalk. Rye would be all like, it's alright, buddy, trying to comfort him because he's apparently bad at moonwalking. Brooke would start laughing at the fact that Mikey's trying to prove that he can moonwalk. And Andy and Blair would start moonwalking as if it was a contest and they were gonna win. Yay! Moonwalk competitions! Whoop whoop! Time for some serious quotes, guys. Time for some seriousness. Go away. You're not welcome here. I don't even know who you are, Andy said. Hashtag Andy Fowler Pirate Leader. Okay. Andy would straight up be like, uh-oh. And Brooke would scream, we need to save Fobbs! We need to save him! It'd just be so dramatic. I feel like Brooke's the dramatic one. Rye would just be like, oh, it's like that now, leader of the pirates. Jokingly, of course, not being serious. And Blair and Mikey would shake their head in disappointment as if Andy should have known better. You know? Okay guys, last quote. It's been a pleasure talking through this video to you guys. Now let's see where we end this. It's no use. He's forgotten about us now. We can always find another person to replace Andy in the band, Blair said. Yeah, Blair's just gonna be like, uh-oh. And Andy would be like, you're giving up on me that quickly? Jokingly, of course, jokingly. Rar would be all like, you don't think we can fix him? Jokingly. I feel like I need to clarify this. Yeah, so Rar would just be like, you don't think we can fix him? As if Blair doesn't think that they could save Andy. You know? And Brooke would say, we can't replace Fobs, Blair. You know, they can't replace Fobs, Blair. Fobs is like... Fobs. And Mikey would just say, Blair? As if he were confused about what Blair was trying to say. And guys, unfortunately, that is the last quote for part 3 of Imagine Roadtrip reacting to Finding Andy. I feel like I'm getting really good at these Imagine type videos. Anyway, if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button down above the description. I'll leave the links to our socials, Roadtrip socials, Blair's socials, Anna's fanfiction, probably Anna's socials in the description box below. And if you've been here for all 3 parts, or you've just been here for this part, leave a comment in the leave a comment down below what your favorite quotes, favorite part is of these 3 parts, or this one part, or any part. And I'm missing something. Anything you think the boys would do while reacting to this fanfiction. Pardon me. So yeah, I've been Dana, you've been watching Roadies United, and I'll see you next time for another video here. Yay! Have a fantabulous Brooklyn Wednesday, guys. See ya.